So it's safe to say that in 2022, representation in media when it comes to race, sexual orientation, and neurodivergency is always in the back of these producers' minds. Some movies and TV shows, I believe, are made for the sole purpose of highlighting a specific group of people. And I'm not saying that is always a bad thing. Look at a movie like Black Panther that has a ton of messaging and purpose, but is also still extremely well made with a great cast. It was a massive commercial success and overall a very badass movie. Because while the movie is about empowering black people, it's not the only reason they presented for people to come watch the film. There is still a ton of entertainment value here just as a superhero flick. So that is a great example of a movie like that done right. But then other times it feels extremely forced, like recently with this Velma show where Shaggy got the tan of a lifetime and Velma is apparently gay. The pandering just feels a little too obvious. And so in cases like that, everyone just kind of makes fun of that type of production. But in the case I have to show you today, this guy Billy Etcher is upset with the world because no one went to see his movie Bros, which happens to be a gay romantic comedy. And I guess I shouldn't say that he's mad at the entire world, because he's really just mad and blaming straight people because his movie flopped like a fish out of water. He tweeted out, "Last night I snuck in and sat in the back of his sold-out theater playing Bros in LA. The audience howled with laughter start to finish, burst into applause at the end, and some were wiping away tears as they walked out. It was truly magical." Yeah, then did you wake up from that bullshit ass dream? Even with glowing reviews, great Rotten Tomatoes scores, and a cinema score, etc., straight people, especially in certain parts of the country, just didn't show up for Bros. And that's disappointing, but it is what it is. Everyone who isn't a homophobic weirdo should go see Bros tonight. You will have a blast. So he's basically saying anyone who doesn't like or won't watch my movie is a homophobic bigot. It couldn't possibly be that he's a gay man making a gay movie for a gay audience that didn't care to watch it either, right? I just want to know, as they were taking tickets at the booth, were they just like, "Are you gay, sir? Are you taking some D tonight? Okay, there's one gay that came in. Are you straight?" Personally, I myself did get quite a few ads for this movie. I guess they were like, who should we advertise this gay-ass movie to? Oh, JAMARI is the perfect candidate. I mean, let's just be honest, guys. Straight men do not really watch romantic comedies in general, much less a gay romantic comedy. And I think one of the main problems was the trailer itself. It would show up when I was watching Hulu, and I could never tell what the fuck was going on. Like, I could not extract the plot of the movie from watching this bullshit.
This is Bisexual Awareness Week, and no one has acknowledged it! Lesbian History Month was in March! Nobody said a goddamn thing! Of course, lesbians get a month and we get a week.
At the end of the day, I think it's funny that this fool is trying to make himself seem like a victim of homophobia, when in reality his movie was just a two-pack of ass. Listen to what these two gay gentlemen had to say about the film.
I mean, straight out the gate, I did not care for this movie. I know there are gonna be nasty comments, but I did not like this movie. We saw a screening of it where there were a lot of homosexuals, and there were a lot of people who seemed really into it. I don't care for Billy Eichner at all. But I think if you take him out of the movie, which he's a big part of it, a lot of the supporting characters, a lot of the external, like peripheral comedy, I think works much better.
The central kind of, cancer of the film is that this person that's never really allows himself to be likable.
I already have to live around a bunch of gay, privileged white men who want to complain about their opportunities, of which they have many, and that's what this movie is.
They're like, yeah, we appreciate the representation, but not from you. At the end of the day, this movie's budget was $22 million, and they only made $4.8 million opening night, around half of what the studio had projected. Compare this to a film like Moonlight that did very well commercially, another film about a man discovering his sexual orientation, which also had a cast of pretty much no-name actors. It only cost $1.6 million to make, and it pulled in a whopping $65 million at the box office, while winning an Oscar along the way. Because they took that $1.5 million budget and they made a cinematic treasure. The value in that movie wasn't just, oh look, it's gay. It was also extremely well made. Hell, look at a movie like Brokeback Mountain. That shit was culturally relevant at a time where it actually took some serious balls to make a movie like that for everyone involved. So it's not that people aren't interested in a film that shows a man discovering his sexual orientation. It's just that they did a horrible job all around, and I don't think there's that many people who enjoy this dude enough to be a lead actor in a major blockbuster film. At the end of the day, it really just blows my mind that he's blaming straight people for his lack of commercial success. First, it's straight people's fault when he didn't get the initial opportunity, And now that he did get to make his movie, gambling by making himself one of the main characters, and it failed, it's once again the fault of straight people. Just go back to the streets, Billy. It's where you belong. Either way, y'all let me know what you guys think about this down below. Did any of y'all out there watching see this movie? Is it a surprise to you that it didn't do very well commercially? As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other flops out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!
Do you guys remember straight people?
Yeah, they had a nice run.